Welcome to another MSP360 case study. Today we're talking with Aaron Barbee, network engineer at Marine Energy and Infrastructure Services partner, Acteon. Aaron, thanks for joining me today.
Hey, Nick, thank you very much for having me.
Glad you're here. Now, before we get started, could you maybe take a minute and just talk a little bit to those who are watching and tell them a little bit about Acteon and what they do and what your role is there?
Yeah, Acteon's a global company. We specialize in marine technology. We do a lot of different things. Acteon's an umbrella company for a lot of smaller sister companies. So, I support all of them globally, and I focus on the United States location.
Excellent here. Thank you for that. That helps set some context, I think. Let's jump into the case study here. Would you tell the audience first off, kind of which MSP360 product or products that you're using and how long you've been using it?
We use the backup product, and we use the online backup. We've been doing it for about 3 or 4 years since for the early days for the MSP360.
Excellent here. And then how are you using it to protect Acteon's environment?
We back everything onto the cloud. We use Amazon's AWS storage buckets. We back everything straight up to there. We back up files, SQL databases, and virtual machines to online.
Excellent here. And then maybe we could talk a little bit about what you used prior to MSP360 backup. You don't have to name names. That's not the important thing, but maybe just try and think back to when you had a product prior to MSP360 backup and tell us why you were looking for a new backup solution.
Well, we did use Backup Exec and Veeam for virtual machines and files, but it just didn't scale well for what we needed. And so we were backing up files and VMs, but we just needed something better. So we had to reach out and look at other places.
Excellent. And then what were the solution requirements that you had when you were trying to kind of build a short list of solutions that you might potentially move to?
One of my primary goals was to have a single pane of glass to where we could monitor all the sites through one interface, and also have centralized reporting to where if there's anything with any of our global locations, backups, I want to be able to know about it and take care of it through one console location.
You've got how many different locations you say you're supporting? You didn't really say it before, but you mentioned lots of locations. How many approximately are you actually supporting?
We probably got about 30 or 40 global locations, which includes probably about 100 servers. And the backup jobs I looked at the other day, we have about 200 backup jobs that we're using through MSP360.
Okay. And then after you talked about the solution requirements, what was the deciding factor of why you chose MSP360 backup?
It's really easy to use. Like I said, you go to the website, you go to the portal, you download the agent to the machines, you install it, and you don't have to do anything for connectivity. You don't have to worry about VPNs. You don't have to worry about site to site. If that machine can see the internet, it talks to the MSP3 console, you configure it, and you just start backing up.
Excellent here. And then as sort of moving forward, maybe closer to today, what's been the result since you started implementing MSP360 backup, and what are the results you've seen?
I'll tell you, when I started, the backup project was handed to me. The CIO was very worried about backups not getting done. There was some data lost, not under my wing, but there was some data lost. But now that we use MSP360 with the centralized management reporting, the confidence is very, very high for him. And like I said, I know if there's any hiccups in the backups, and I can just fix it immediately.
Excellent. And I'm kind of wondering if you have a good example of how MSP360 backup has met the need and proven itself, maybe on the recovery side. Do you have an example you could share?
Yeah, one of our locations in Louisiana, unfortunately, was hit by a hurricane. Nobody was hurt, but the office was demolished and all the equipment was gone. But since everything was online, me being in Houston, this happened on a Friday, and I restored all the data from the cloud, and everything was ready by Monday morning to start business again.
Wonderful. You restored back to Houston? Is that correct?
Yeah, I restored the data that was backed up from Louisiana to our Houston infrastructure, and everybody could access their files.
Oh, excellent. I appreciate it. That's a really good example there. Aaron, just thanks for sharing your story with us. I really appreciate your time today.
Thank you very much, Nick. Thank you.
Yeah, we've been talking with Aaron Barbee from Acteon. This has been another MSP360 case study.